Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, get it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it here, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is...
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway in Southern California. Here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To throw his car. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I certainly thought they had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. DeAndre Carter back deep. This will be fielded at the 17. penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Fights through, and now a crease. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Herbert. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there but couldn't get much further. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Right now.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers 35. No score after one on EA Sports. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I should just say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you may be buried in his feet. Make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, they certainly took too long to set up play action, and that gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So they'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
2021 was the first time in Jacobs' career that he failed to reach 1,000 yards in a season, but his scoring didn't slow down at all. Still finished with 9 touchdowns in 15 games, and his 28 touchdowns since he entered the league are the 5th most in the NFL.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now Carr. And that's complete to Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Carr to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Here's Carr. He gets it complete to Jackson. Touchdown Raiders. Deshaun Jackson. As the first half is winding down. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers, nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it first and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to second and 15. Once again, it's Jacobs. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Austin Johnson gets the sack defensively. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Here comes Carter. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime makes had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. 3rd and 2, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. It's Eckler again. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. For 5 yards on the play there, it's a drive will continue.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays is uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now Herbert off the bootleg. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for them.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now on 2nd and 13. Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. A 1st down run with Jacobs won't get a whole lot, maybe a yard, but that's about all, and it's 2nd down.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one he's just trying to get upfield and rush your passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Throwing now is Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Jacobs with a carry on 1st down as he'll get about 3 there before he's taken down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The slant connects with Davante Adams.
A 1st down for Davante Adams in his 1st season with the Las Vegas Raiders. Over the previous 2 years in Green Bay, he led the NFL in receptions and touchdowns, and he's building off of a 123-catch, 1,500-yard season. Now, of course, in Raiders black and silver instead of Packers green and gold.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Here's 2nd and 9. Counter play with Jacobs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. From this spot. Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game...
Herbert has it knocked free. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Herbert going to throw. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Now Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here. Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
1st down, here's White. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there but couldn't get much further. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Out of the gun, Herbert. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Here's J.K. Scott now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. First throw of overtime for Carr. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And not only do they get the interception, now they've got it first and goal and already in chip shot range here for a field goal to write it into this script.
Brandon, they have to be thinking to themselves, do we just run the field goal kicker out there right now? Most teams, though, tend to run a play or two, take care of the football, and then kick it out there down.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So, for the Chargers, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal.